Hey ladies, Coach Lou checking in, and I want to talk to you about why starvation is not the key to losing body fat. One of the first things you need to get your head around is that it's not about weight loss, it's about body fat loss. Concentrating on just your weight is a very old, primitive way of changing the shape of your body, and it can be a very disappointing way of changing the shape of your body for various reasons, because of the things that your body is made up of, the water, the fat content, the muscle content, and I'm not going to go into that in too much detail right now, but I've done a video in the past, but I'm happy to do another video on that if you want me to explain what your body's made up of, why scales aren't always the best option. However, what I want to talk about today is why starvation is not the best option. Now, I get it. When you're trying to lose body fat, you want to fit in those nice clothes again, nothing is working because a lot of diets might lead you down the wrong path, and then what ends up happening, I'm just going to go close the door, guys. I love it when people come in and they leave the door open despite seeing that I'm clearly on a video, but never mind. So what I was saying there was, yeah, it's frustrating, yeah? And you want to get rid of this body fat, you're concentrating on this primitive, old-fashioned way of looking at it, and you're standing scales and nothing is happening. So you decide, okay, eating less is going to get me the results I want. Wrong. You got to fuel your body so that it can burn. Basically what happens is your body doesn't care what you look like. Your body's here because it's in survival mode, yeah? So naturally our bodies want to hold on to body fat for survival because that's what we were made for. So if you start to starve yourself, you start missing meals or not eating at all, you're not going to necessarily lose body fat, you're going to lose muscle. And this is why you get the skinny fat look, and why sometimes you end up feeling worse than what you were in the first place. Because basically what happens is, it's almost like your body becomes its own cannibal. And what happens, taking this into layman's terms rather than using all the terminology, is your body starts to eat itself from the inside out. And what it wants to keep the body fat because it wants to survive. Because remember, your body doesn't care what you look like. So what the body does is it starts to eat the muscle. But it's the muscle that we want to keep because it's the muscle that makes us look good. So generally what starts happening as you starve yourself is your body says, I need to make myself survive, so I'm going to start eating away my muscle tissue. I'm not going to lose body fat. So the scales may start to change slightly, but it's actually inaccurate because it's not body fat that you've lost. It's that important muscle tissue. And what happens, and this happens with too much CV as well, what happens when you burn too much muscle is a few things. The fat's going to come off a lot slower. You start to get skin hanging. So this is what we call the skinny fat look. So you may be skinny, or you may initially look quite slim, but actually when you take your clothes off, you don't feel good about yourself at all because there's skin hanging, you know, certain parts of your body might hang lower than others, and it's because the muscle tissue has been eaten. Your body has cannibalized itself and has eaten the muscle tissue. So you can see why starvation is not the key, guys. You gotta eat, but you gotta eat the proper foods, and I can't stress it enough. Food is fuel. You gotta be clever with what you eat, and I've got loads of videos on this, so I'm not gonna go into it. But you gotta fuel the body so the body has something to burn. Again, it's got to be the right foods, it's got to be clean foods, and again, this is a video for another time. This is why a lot of you get frustrated and go back to the starvation mode, because it makes sense. You're not eating anything, you're going to lose weight, but the weight on the scales is not necessarily accurate because it's not telling you which part of the body. Is it water I've lost? Is it fat I've lost? Is it muscle I've lost? So, but you go back to that and you stop eating, but then you create a body that, one, becomes very unhealthy. If you're not eating, you're not getting the correct nutrients, so your hair, your skin, your organs, everything's going to start being affected, hence why you can end up getting ill. You can get addicted to starving yourself. It's really not good for your body at all, but most importantly as well, it's going to cause you to feel worse about yourself because you're going to lose that all-important muscle. And it's the stuff we want to keep. We want to lose the body fat, not the muscle, guys. And it's something I get really passionate about when I hear about people promoting, you know, eating less, because it's not what you need to do. Don't get me wrong, eating in moderation. We don't need to eat like honey monsters. You know, I say this to my ladies regularly: if you're hungry, you should be eating. It's about eating the right things and having the right portion sizes. And not having, you know, massive meals here and there, or having one meal and not eating for the rest of the day. It's going to have the same effect. But definitely, starving yourself is not the way to go. If you need some advice on, you know, clean, nutritious food, get in contact with someone that is, you know, clued up on nutrition, but proper human nutrition that promotes, you know, that clean living lifestyle rather than, you know, the processed lifestyle. Because again, you're going to start getting frustrated because you might get results to begin with, but you're then going to get stuck. What's someone saying? Thank you, Steph. Nice to see you. Working hard. But I just want to get this across to ladies, because it's one of those things that, and I see it happen with my ladies sometimes, you know, they might have had a hard weekend, they fell off the wagon. Oh, shall I just go back and detox? Or, oh, shall I just cut everything down I'm eating? And my answer always is no. You pick yourself back up. You go back to eating clean and it will come. Because here's what you got to remember, and this hits home every time I say this, and I'm sorry if it offends anyone. In fact, no, I'm not sorry, because it's the truth. You do not get out of shape overnight. It took time and food to get you out of shape. So the reverse is not going to happen overnight. And we live in this world now where everything's at the touch of a button. I can speak to you just by touching a button, and I can tell you what I want to tell you here and there. But we've got used to this. We've got used to convenience. We've got used to, you know, grabbing whatever we want. Thank you. Somebody just came out the door again. And therefore it makes sense that when it comes to our body, we think that we're going to be able to get that convenience switch straight away as well. So ladies, start eating, build yourself back up, lose the body fat and not the muscle that your body definitely needs to help you look great. Get on a great training programme and I guarantee you'll never feel better. Hopefully this has been useful. Give me a wee thumbs up if you think it has been. If there's anything particular you'd like me to come on live and talk about, I'm always happy to do that. I prefer to come on and talk live than I do actually typing stuff out, because I prefer people being able to see me and maybe able to talk and can ask questions while I'm online. It's much more fun as well, isn't it? So if there's anything particular you'd like me to get on live about, just pop it underneath or send me a PM and I will come on. I officially finish university, so my psychotherapy studies tomorrow, so I'm going to have a lot more time to concentrate on the gym, on my ladies, on all the new ladies who are going to be coming on board over the next month, and most importantly on my competition training. And it's really nice that so many of you have been following that as well. If you do need any advice, you always know where I am. Have an absolute fab day, and do me a wee favour, maybe share this video and get it out to other women that we need to eat to look good. Coach Lou, catch you later.